is the book of Revelation, chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and starting off with this precept, all right, in Revelation 20 and 4, all right, going into the times that we're coming into, all right, there's going to be a lot of beheadings, all right, and to prove that, all right, we're going to go into some articles and some information that I have here, all right, that goes to show you that even Esau knows that this prophecy, all right, will be fulfilled, okay, because you got to understand that the things that are happening right now on the face of the earth is all biblical prophecy, all right, but see, even though it's the Most High doing it, he's doing it by whose hand? Okay, by whose hand? He's doing it by the hands of the devil, Esau, Edom. Okay, so here, all right, it's an article, and it says here, FEMA ordered 102,000 boxcars with shackles and guillotines. Why are modern guillotines on military bases throughout North America? Okay, it says, why does the U.S. government need 30,000 guillotines and over 600 million rounds of hollow point bullets? Okay, and because they're preparing for what? For what we know as martial law. Okay, when martial law is instituted here in America, Babylon the Great, and pretty much around the world, there's going to be a lot of beheadings. There's going to be a lot of torture. Okay, and that's all going to be happening, all right, during the times known as the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, and the number one thing that's going to cause people to get beheaded, all right, is their refusal to bow down to the beast. Okay, the refusal to bow down to the beast starts with what? Not taking the MOTB. All right, so it says here, the use of guillotines for governmental purposes was lobbied for and passed in the U.S. Congress. The information we received is that 15,000 are currently stored in Georgia and 15,000 in Montana. Are the beheadings by Muslims today meant to desensitize us against U.S. government beheadings in the future? There are over 800 prison camps in the United States, all fully operational and ready to receive prisoners. All right, and that is straight up prophecy. Okay, Yahushua said that. As a matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Okay, the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. Okay, that you may be what? Tempted, tested. Okay, tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Okay, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So that 10 days is represented a period of time. Okay, a period of time. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay, so going back to it, it says what? There are over 800 prison camps in the United States, all fully operational and ready to receive prisoners. Okay, in other words, dissenters. In other words, those who are going to come up against this new world order. All right, and basically that starts with the men of the Lord. Okay, because not only are we against a so-called new world order, but we're against Esau's existence, which is the existence of wickedness. Okay, we're not trying to join hand in hand. All right, we want to rule. You see, we're not looking for peaceful protests. You see, we're waging war with truth. Okay, it says they are all staffed and even surrounded by full-time guards. but they are all empty. These camps are to be operated by Fema, all right, should martial law need to be implemented in the United States, and all it would take is a presidential signature on a proclamation and the Attorney General's signature on a warrant to which a list of names is attached. Okay, so that's where you have the list. You have the people who are going to be put on the red list. All right, some people going to be put on the blue list. Okay, and I believe there's another list that people are going to be put on. But depending on what list you fall under, some people are going to be executed on the spot, some people are going to be imprisoned, and some people are going to be left alone. Okay, but this time around, all right, before we get to that point, right now what they're going to be doing is gathering intel. Okay, they allowed everyone to go out and basically be free for the next few months. Guess what? That was just to set you up. Okay, that's to set people up because they're gathering intel, information. All right, to beef up the surveillance system, if you will. All right, I believe the elder Yashuamba, all right, did a video earlier today, all right, going into how, you know, these elites are out just out here just coming out and telling you that yes, they are going to be, you know, spying on your social media platforms, man. Okay, going into what is known as the all-seeing eye. All right, the panopticon. All right, the panopticon that we're living in right now, man. Okay, and that is all to gather intel, to watch over. Surveillance meaning to what? To watch over. Okay, to watch over and see. Okay, you're overseeing, okay, what people are doing, what people are saying, all right, and so on and so forth, man. So you know who's going to be dangerous and who's not. All right. So it says here, FEMA has 3-layer boxcars for transporting shackled prisoners to the more than 800 empty and guarded concentration camps across the USA, with 20,000 new prisoner boxcars and 40-foot railroad containers arriving in Oregon from China for our forests for planned martial law in time of military exercises for martial law. Okay. A van full of eyewitnesses, missionaries traveling across America to evangelize and pray stumbled across these boxcars in Montana, near Columbia Falls in Glacier. They described the boxcars in this case painted black, with shackles wielded into them and a modern guillotine at the head of each boxcar inside. Okay? It says, as they, and the word modern guillotine is a different way of saying smart guillotine, and that's something we're gonna get into next. Okay, because these devils got this thing planned out because they know the Bible prophecies. Okay, so they're setting everything up, man. All right. It says, as they were photographing mountain scenery, they decided to follow railroad tracks into the wilderness so as to not get lost. This is how they came upon these boxcars with shackles. I later received a report from Lee Harrington of Valier, I guess Montana, who was a professional metal worker. He told me how in Glasgow, Montana, summer youth workers were employed to weld shackles into boxcars in that operation. Okay, they were then shipped west to Glacier and stored on remote sidetracks. Passing through the Blackfoot Indian Reservation in Cutbank, a local Blackfoot Indian, George Bullcalf, spotted these strange boxcars. When I interviewed local patriots in Columbia Falls, they confirmed that hunters often stumbled upon such boxcars on remote train spurs in that wilderness region. Okay. It says here. Here it says, I then traveled to Portland, Oregon, and lectured in the home of an actual employee of Gunderson Steel Fabrication. The wife of this high-level executive called this meeting personally to make a public admission. In the meeting were other Gunderson employees who had witnessed the prisoner boxcars in the higher than normal 3-floor, 3-tier prisoner boxcars. Damn. So they're getting ready to stack up a whole lot of people. All right. It said she admitted that her husband finally told her that Gunderson was under secret contract from the US government, all right, to produce these prisoner boxcars. She also admitted that Gunderson had a satellite factory for a boxcar with Shackles operation in Texas. Okay, so you gotta know that Texas is gonna be one of the states, all right, because they have that open carry law out there. You know what I'm saying? So that they're gonna be, you know, and Texas is a pretty big state. There's a whole lot of land and a whole lot of people. Okay, so it's gonna be one of those states that they gotta really come in full force with. All right, it says, I called Colonel Jim Ammerman in Texas, famous military patriot lecturer against martial law, and told him about this. He replied, quote, a friend of mine who is a metal welder called me recently and said he had gone to apply for a job in which is offered in Texas for welding. When he was told that it involved welding shackles into boxcars, he declined the job. Okay, now all these things are happening, but people are not even talking about it. All right, so let's go into this real quick. All right, it says FEMA smart guillotines placed in FEMA internment camps. Are you on the list? All right. It says a United States Air Force C-17 cargo plane arrived at Andrews Air Force Base loaded with crates of smart guillotines, says a White House insider speaking under condition of anonymity. All right. The technologically advanced guillotines, he said, are being manufactured in Beijing before being flown exclusively to U.S. air bases. Then the military distributes the guillotines to FEMA camps nationwide. Okay, we're in the month of February of 2022. All right, we're drawing closer and closer to this, man. All right, every single day these devils are getting closer and closer to the time like this. All right, Revelation 12:12 says that. Okay, and the main reason why they're going to be doing this is to weed out those who don't comply. Okay, it says he said the Smart Guillotine project was commissioned in 2011 at the request of former President Barack Hussein Obama, who had hoped during his term to declare martial law and use the deadly apparatus against patriots and freedom fighters that challenged his New World Government agenda. Okay, and the New World Government agenda is just repackaged as the Great Reset. All right, the Great Global Reset being headed and being spearheaded by the World Economic Forum. And at this point, everybody knows about these things. All right, it's no more known as conspiracy theory. It's actually conspiracy fact. Okay, and let's keep reading this real quick, but let's see. Oh, I had hoped that this would pull up the definition of martial law, but I guess they took it down. So anyway, let's keep going. It says here, the guillotine, he added, is the ideal method of execution for instilling fear among the masses. Okay, and that right there, man, this is crazy. So that alone, when they start doing that, that's going to persuade people into going ahead and taking that MOTB. Okay, it's going to start off with a few. All right, it's going to start off with a few, those who stand firm, you know, and then it's going to be those who stand firm are going to be used as an example, scapegoats, if you will. All right, to instill fear among the masses. Okay, and that fear that's being instilled among the masses is what's going to persuade them into going to take that MOTB. Okay, it says the guillotine gained popularity during the French Revolution. The device consists of a tall, upright frame in which a weighted and angled blade is raised to the top and suspended. The condemned person is secured with stocks at the bottom of the frame, positioning the neck directly below the blade. The blade is then released to quickly fall and forcefully decapitate the victim with a single, clean pass so that the head falls into a basket below. The Smart Guillotine retains the basic design while adding several scientific advancements. Okay, and you can thank DARPA for that. All right, with their technological advancements. Okay, it says, for example, the headrest has motion sensors, right, and pressure plates that detect the presence of a human neck. No operator is needed. A computer so Now you're not, you eliminate the human, they take away the human element. Okay, they eliminate the human element from this whole equation. So then everything becomes robot versus human. And these robots that are being programmed now are programmed not to have any type of sense. I mean, they're robots. They don't have sense. But see, these robots are being programmed to be so-called fully autonomous. Okay, they're fully autonomous, meaning they don't need to be operated by anyone. They're programmed to do certain things. Okay. So, hey, scriptures talk about a time like never before. All right, a sword is being sharpened, is being furbished. There's a reason why the scriptures say that. Okay, because it's literally a time like never before. Okay, it says no operator is needed. A computer drops and retracts a razor-sharp weighted titanium blade, which our source said can sever several hundred heads per sharpening. Okay, if a person resists, arm and leg restraints spring forth from recessed compartments, rendering the victim immobile. Moreover, the smart guillotine employed biometric scanning, including facial recognition technology, to exonerate persons mistakenly placed on the guillotine for execution. So like I said, you got certain people, us, let me not say a lot of us, we're on the red list. Okay, why? Because we speak the truth. You got to understand that. It's not because of whatever the hell they're going to tell you. All right, because remember, this devil is a liar. That's what he does. The false accuser. Okay, so he's going to come out with his deep fake technology and all kinds of stuff, create scenarios and so many different things that are falsified. Okay, in order to gain a certain reaction, and then he's going to bring that solution, which is going to be death. Okay, whether you take that MOTB or whether you're going to be put to death. All right, because ultimately both sides, hey, you know what I'm saying, you know where you headed. All right, one way is to be where your house shy, and the other way is to wait for your missiles. Okay, so it says, so just even that sentence alone, all right, the technology will be able to differentiate between those who are on the red list and those who are not. Okay, so the moment it sees your face, they see any of our faces, they like they don't even need a countdown. The moment the head pull up, they're gone. That's it. All right. It says the deep state. All right, and by association, Fema. Okay, because Fema is actually headed by the DHS. Okay, the Department of Homeland Security actually oversees Fema. Okay. It says, recognize that some of its own people's heads might accidentally wind up on the chopping block because they're all hypocrites. That's why if they were to go by that and be honest and sincere, even the robots will turn on these devils, man. All right, because even the robots are going to turn and be like, damn, you really the devil. I'm coming after you now. You know, it says they had to devise a way to stop the blade from lopping off friendly heads. And who's, hey, knowing the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. All right, a lot of you so-called, top, people in government, all right, sitting in the high seats, you know who you are. All right, the Lord is still going to get you. All right, you senators, you mayors, you presidents, all right, you congressmen and women, all right, you prime ministers, all of you who are part of this wicked ass plan, the Lord is going to get every last one of you. All right, and then he's gonna put you in our hands. All right, just like how King David always asked the Lord, should I go up to them or would you bring them to me? Okay, and the Lord will give him an answer, either yes, I'll bring them to you, or no, you go up to them. Or you know what, you stay over there and I'm gonna take care of it myself. Okay, so you're gonna be given into the hands of who? The Israelites. We shall have you as our possession. Okay, so you could go ahead and make all your laws and create your guillotine, your smart guillotines and all that. What did Haman do? You guys forgot about that? Okay, he had gallows to hang the Jews, and what happened? He and his 10 sons all got hung. Okay, so don't mess with the people of the Lord, man. It says, so when a person is face down waiting for the blade to fall, the computer scans the face and iris. If it matches a friendly face stored in a database, the blade won't fall, and the person is set free, our sources said. Okay? After Obama left office, FEMA and the Department of Homeland Security, there you go, DHS, kept the Smart Guillotine project alive. Now, why do you think they'll do that? For the future, and the future is now. Okay? It says using slush funds and black project money to fund 3,000 of the villainous devices, each of which reportedly cost $17 million. You hear that? So they're spending billions of dollars. If each of these things cost $17 million, man. So what does that tell you? If the government is spending this much money on devices, what do you think they're going to be doing with it? It must mean a lot. Okay, it says FEMA ordered them from the Chinese, our sources added, because the agency, quote, felt guilty about using made in America products to execute Americans. Yo, Esau, man. Wow. What a clown. Man, they have done, man, this rulership has been something. All right, this devil is something, man. It says, in addition, the Chinese versions are less costly. The Andrews AFB shipment, over 500 smart guillotines, was distributed by rail to FEMA Zone 6, an area encompassing Texas, New Mexico, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Belgrade, and Arkansas, primarily red states likely to resist a declaration of martial law or a military incursion against the American people. And a lot of these southern states is filled with a lot of Jake too. Okay, not just Edomites, but a lot of Jake is down there. Okay, and they got that rough spirit. Down south is a rough, that place, man, you know, is all straight rough riders, man. When you come up north, everybody's all industrialized, you know, business, wearing suits and ties, you know, and now everyone's trying to integrate whatever it is that they do because of the help of the internet. You know, it seems like everything is blended in, and, you know, you can't really see the lines anymore. You know, the lines are fading. All right, between what one person could do and the other. But now, you know, these at the core, I should say, at the core of it, you know, the people are still who they are. You know, with social media and all that, you know, people blend in, and, you know, trends fly, and New York people acting like Cali people, and Cali people acting like Jersey people. You know what I'm saying? All because of social media. But at the core, when shit hit the fan, you know, reality hits, people become who they really are. Okay? And that's when people are going to really see the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right, it says FEMA's main focus is on Texas. You see? It says all eyes on Texas. If there's going to be a public insurrection, they know the battle lines will be drawn, or will be dawned in Texas. Why? Because Texas, they, like I said, the gun laws, man. You know, they take their guns, their Second Amendment rights very, very seriously. All right, it says they know the patriot community is thick in Texas. All right, that's why Texas is receiving more of these smart guillotines than any other state. FEMA's first strike will occur in Texas, one source said. So let's see, right? It says the 500 units were sent to FEMA camps near Austin, a New World Order shock training facility, okay, in Waco, and a FEMA internment camp disguised as a water treatment facility in Carrollton. All right, why is it disguised? Because Esau is always he's a master at those kind of hidden tricks. All right, the sleight of hand, okay, you know, the puppet master. All right, he's always in the background, you know, doing all sorts of madness, man. All right, let's get a quick precept to back that up. Okay, there's the book of Micah. All right, chapter 2 and verse 1, it says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. All right, and what we're reading, okay, is straight up wicked. Okay, for your government to set up, all right, guillotines, not just any, but they call it smart guillotines. Okay, meaning they're being programmed to do specific tasks against specific people who might not be down with this agenda being set upon wickedness, this evil world that they're trying to bring, all right, by force. Okay, those who stand up against it are going to be looked at as evil, are going to be looked at as outcasts, are going to be looked at as dangerous. Okay, this is where this is all leading to. All right, That's why they're distracting people with all this Russia-Ukraine BS and cyber attacks and all this madness. And then meanwhile, in the background, they slowly bringing in this MOTB technology, man. Talking about digital passports and all that. Okay? So these devils are up to something very sinister, man. All right? Fitting their nature. Okay? So people got to stay awake, man. Okay? It says, woe to them that devise iniquity. All right? They devise iniquity. They come up with iniquity. They think it into existence. They map it out. They talk about it. Okay? They run drills, you know, simulations and so on and so forth. Those are all devising iniquities, man. All right? And work evil upon their beds. Okay? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right? So the Most High gives them the understanding, the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of wickedness. That's why it is in the power of their hands. And guess what? The earth is given into their hand. Okay? So they can practice it on who? The people. All right? That's why they're able to create smart guillotines, man. You know? So let's continue. It says, the acquisition of smart guillotines is a portent of the deep state's hatred of America, the American people, and the document, the Constitution. All right, our forefathers authored to protect us from the wicked machinations of the very government we elected into office. Now, going all the way back to the Act of 1877. Okay, the Constitution, all right, changed. Okay, and that change, all right, has hence made that so-called Constitution null and void. Okay, that's why they can do what they did in the past 2 years, things that are very unconstitutional, and they still get away with it. Okay, and I believe I did a video on that Act of 1877 some time ago, but they probably took that channel down. So, you know, Lord willing, the Spirit hits me, I might go back and bring that up again. Okay, to show you that, you know, people running around, oh, my constitutional rights. You don't got no constitutional rights, man. Okay, and they've infiltrated the government so much that they were able to, over the years, sign so many different things into law. All right, executive orders and so many different litigations that has basically rendered the whole Constitution, you know, weak. You know, that's why Biden could sign executive orders and give all these mandates, and he could skip checks and balances, and it becomes a thing for a while. Like for 6 months, we were under some type of mandate. And that's what forced a lot of people to do certain things that they otherwise wouldn't have done. Okay? But again, remember, these mandates, you know, the national emergencies and the state emergencies and so on and so forth, they're always going to come back into play. Okay? And when they come back into play, this time it's going to be under martial law. And under martial law, what happens? The Constitution is not even in existence at that point. Okay? The military is in charge. Okay? Warlike what? Law. Martial law means warlike law. So things change. All right? So we're entering into some very, very crazy times, man. Okay? Some very crazy times, and it's about to get real violent, real quickly, real nasty. Okay? And this is why. Here's the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. And I always bring this out because you got to understand that this is the times that we're entering into. Okay? It ain't going to be, you know, happiness and America is back on her feet like that. Okay? This is what they're planning to do. All this peace and safety that you're starting to feel, all right, don't let it get to you, because guess what? They setting you up, all right, for major punishment. Okay, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. So we're seeing the prophecies coming to pass, and we're rejoicing because it only favors the elect. Okay, the days are being hastened for the elect's sake. All these prophecies are being unfolding, all right, all for the elect. And once the elect are sealed, all hell's going to break loose, man. And you can see things are popping off left and right. That's showing us closer and we're indicating closer and closer to the return of our Lord. Okay? It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, so Fema, all right, having smart guillotines, all right, and also internment camps is all a form of what? A form of great wrath, all right, because they know that they have but a short time. Okay, so expect a lot more you know, a lot more things to go down, especially this next coming week, man. All right. Normally these devils like to start things late in the week, and then they give you a whole weekend off, 2 days, and then they hit you right back again on Monday. All right. So, you know, going, you know, the next week, next 2 weeks, you know, into the next month. All right. Which is what, the month of war, March. All right. We're going to be seeing things, man. It's either they're going to be setting things up for the next coming months, or they're going to get things kicked up quick. All right. But either way, man, we're going to pay attention. We're going to watch. And the most important thing we're going to keep doing is what? Pray. All right. Keep praying, man. So I'm going to leave it off there. Lord willing, you've been edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Kodash. The water, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.